And then they're black, you have white, you have one that's straight, you have one that's gay. So it was
that's what I thought. So that was that. Did you read on that, or you picked that up in the music?
Well, you heard it in the song, yeah.
Talk about giving head. So
right, that's what I thought. I was like, hold on, did I hear that right?
Been like, I hate that he's never come up in our discussions about gay rappers. And I don't know why, because I like him, but I just never.
Dead End Hip Hop project review. Brockhampton, Saturation. Not sure if it's an album or a mixtape, but either way,
gonna say album.
Probably album.
Yeah.
Brockhampton, Saturation. Never heard of Brockhampton, so I'm assuming that this is a newer artist.
A couple of the guys I know from other projects.
So this is a collective.
Yeah, it's like
okay.
6, 8, 9,
on
12.
Wikipedia, it's like 12.
Dead ass.
So like an Odd Future type of thing.
It's like an Odd Future, or it's like a Wu-Tang with affiliates. So it's like Wu-Tang plus Sons of Man plus
Killer Army.
Well, yeah, plus Killer Army and all them.
Great
niggas.
So then that explains a lot. That explains a lot for me. Again, I didn't research it. I was just going off of just the music, purely the music. And I guess that's the reason why this album went all over the damn place. Because when Heat comes in, and it's an extremely, you know what I'm saying, industrial type of sound, and motherfuckers talking about fuck you and all that. I'm like, oh, okay, damn, is this gonna set the tempo for the rest of it? Then it comes to Gold and it's completely different. So I was thrown the fuck off right off the bat with this thing. And the more I listen to it, out of all of the projects that we've reviewed lately, I've listened to this the most, trying to understand the hype behind it. Because I'm listening to this, I'm like, I'm not getting it.
I've never heard of these guys before either, but for whatever reason, there was their mixtape, All American Trash, was in my library that I never listened to until I listened to Saturation. I was like, wait, how have I never heard of these guys? But it's just so much out there I can't keep up with. And then I just happened to go to the album, go to the name in the library. I was like, wait, what is this other thing in here? Never listened to them though.
As the album's going on, then it goes to Star and then Boys. Once it gets to Tupac, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then it goes to the skit. I don't know, man. I've listened to this thing about 10 times and I'm not fucking with it. Like, and I'm not saying that it's bad, by no means, because it's extremely unique. But just nothing on this is just like sticking. Like, oh man, I gotta go listen to it.
So if you're not fucking with it but call it bad, like what?
No, I didn't say it was bad.
Wait,
because the music is not.
No. What I'm saying, you said that you're not fucking with it, but it's not bad. Like how does like make,
so what I'm saying is that it's not bad, meaning that the music itself is not bad. But I'm not fucking with it, meaning that I'm not gonna go back and revisit this because there's no track on here or standalone track, something that just jumps out that's like, oh my God, this is great. But none of this is bad. It's just, it's not great for me. It's just good music that I don't have any personal attachment to on none of these songs. There's nothing. Maybe Gold, is that the name of that? Yeah, Gold, the second one, because shit, I'll rock a gold chain every day too. Okay, cool, that's something that I could personally relate to, but that's very surface level. Like there's nothing else on here that I'm just like, oh man, like that's something I experienced. That's something I like the beat on this shit was super crazy. I gotta bump this in the whip. Nah, but it was good, and I don't want to sound like I'm shitting on it because I know it probably sounds like I'm giving it a negative review. I'm trying to be right in the middle because that's exactly how I feel about this. Like it's not a great album, but it's not a bad album. It's just something I'm probably never gonna listen to again, to be honest.
I actually like this, you know, unlike you. Yeah, I like it, man. I think one of the things that like when I put it on, like I was off one day, it was early one morning going to the dentist. I was like, let me listen to this shit. I think this was even before we even decided to review it. Never heard of the guys before, put it on, didn't know what to expect, the whole thing, up until in your line. And yeah, I was first beat, I was like, damn, that's kind of tight. You know, very aggressive, very up tempo, beats banging really hard. Like, first I thought, funny thing is I thought it was one rapper. You know,
going in, going into it.
Yeah, I thought it was one rapper. I thought it was just one dude. I was like, hey, what the fuck is he doing with his voice? But immediately, you know, after a while, I was like, oh no, I think this might be a group. So because they had the real loud guy that was screaming and shit, and then it went to the Gold, then it went to Star. Then I was like, you know, damn, this shit is alright. So I guess just going in with no expectations probably helped. But overall, I thought the music was enjoyable to listen to.
Specific that you like? Because I don't disagree that it's good music, but it just, for me, nothing just stuck. Like nothing stood out. It was just music.
I think that's okay though.
No, it is okay.
Yeah, I think that.
I get exactly what he's saying.
Which
Yeah,
one?
no,
I get exactly what he's saying.
What,
I feel
Ken
the
or-
exact,
No,
Ralph.
Ralph.
Okay, yeah.
Because I think the exact same thing he thinks. That it's not bad music. I just don't particularly care for it. It's like I wouldn't say that Gucci Mane makes bad music. I just don't personally care for it. I don't think Jay-Z makes bad music. I don't like it though. This is kind of the same type of shit. The songs, I can't say they're bad songs because I can see someone who likes that type of music being like, oh, this shit is dope. But I put it on, I'm just like, it's cool, but I won't return to it. The first song I thought was cool. The second song, I was like, okay, this is confusing because it's a completely different sound and different vibe. Then it was like, okay, Star, Boys, and it was like, okay, well, what is the idea here? Like, what am I grasping onto? And it was like, okay, then it got to Tupac, and it just completely went away from me. And the problem was, I thought the production on a lot of this was cool. There was too much auto-tune, too much pitch shifting. I don't like that sound. That's what I'm saying. But other people that might like that kind of shit would be like, oh, this is dope. I love the way they used auto-tune. I like the way they pitch shifted their vocals. Those two things, 9 times out of 10 for me, makes an album not listenable. Like, the songs aren't bad, they're just not for me.
What about the lyrical component though?
I mean, there wasn't nothing in here where I was like, oh shit, that bar was crazy.
Right.
No, but they not slouches either. Like, these dudes, they know how to flow.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
sound good over beat.
Nothing sticks out.
If nothing sticks out, it's good or bad. It's just like, all right.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the things that I liked about it. I liked the way the sound kind of shifted back and forth on here, you know, throughout the first couple of listens, because you don't really get a chance to settle into like this one thing. The fact that it was a group, I think learning that it's a group and it's a collective kind of changed a little bit, because now I'm like, okay, so maybe this guy makes this type of song, maybe this guy makes this type of song, this, that, and other. Not to put them together, but you kind of get like an Odd Future type thing with them, except more lighter. You know, Odd Future is kind of dark, you know, they kind of dark and vulgar.
Yeah.
Like they're like the opposite of that. Then just reading up on them is like, they call themselves an all-American band or something like that.
A boy band.
A boy band.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what that means.
I think they all met online. So I think like the whole boy band joke is like, you know how they're like, boy bands are not really friends. They're just a manufactured group. Like some record label got together and say, okay, you five are gonna do. I think that's what they're kind of poking fun at.
Okay.
I mean, I could be completely off base.
That
That's
sounds
how I
right.
took
That
it.
sounds-
That they're
that
not
makes
really homies. They're just like these dudes, and they met on the computer, and they're like, oh, let's do a group.
Like, and then they're black, you have white, you have one that's straight, you have one that's gay. So it was
That's what I thought. So that was that. Did you read on that, or you picked that up in the music?
well, you heard it in the song, yeah.
Talk about giving head. So
Right, that's what I thought. I was like, hold on, did I hear that right?
Been like, I hate that he's never come up in our discussions about gay rappers. And I don't know why, because I like him, but I just never thought about it. But like, I feel like he's one of the dudes, and he's not gay, I think he's bisexual, but I think he's one of those dudes that can bring more attention. Because like, you didn't really even pay that hard of attention to it, right?
I mean,
you heard the line.
I heard the
but
lines,
was it like, ooh, that's weird? Or were you just like, oh, okay, whatever, and you just kept moving?
yeah, I just kept. It made me run it back. I was like, did he say what I did?
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Did I hear that?
Right. It was like, because you don't expect to hear that going into a rap album. Like, you don't expect to hear that.
But
Like,
I think that's what's great.
when the last
about
time you heard that? Like, never.
But yeah, Kevin Abstract is one of those type of dudes that I think could be one of those guys that's just like, he makes this shit normal finally in rap music. Because he's saying lines, he talks about missing his, I assumed on Milk, where he's talking about someone to sit on the couch with.
Yeah,
I miss my boy. I'm not sure if he means his homeboy or his boyfriend. I took it as his boyfriend.
Yeah,
but
that's what I
that's the
took it
thing, and I
too.
think that's dope. Like, for a group like this, you have the one guy that's just like, I'm talking about this.
Is he a white guy? He's one of the white guys or the black guy?
He's a black dude, and that makes it even more interesting.
Yeah.
You finally have a black male gay person in rap music.
And I think it's almost like this representation of like, like what, kind of like where we are right now with like, I guess,
Culture and society, really.
yeah. And so when I heard it, it didn't shock me. I don't like.
Yeah,
oh,
it didn't shock me.
Like,
it just I was like, did I hear that? I just ran it back because I was just like, did I really just hear that?
Huh?
The only reason it shocked me because I wasn't ready for it. Because Kevin Abstract is blunt, but I don't know that he's really that. And who's been that blunt?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. So it shocked me for a minute. I wasn't turned off.
But it was funny because it didn't. It was weird because it didn't necessarily shock me.
Maybe
oh, he did say it.
Thing.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
I wasn't shocked like, oh my god. I was like, I can't wait to hear the reaction from this. It was more like that because I've already listened to his music. I know he's bisexual, but again, I don't think many rappers are willing to be that blunt.
Yeah.
In a rap album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all it is.
Like Mike mentioned, I ain't like what they was doing vocally on a lot of tracks. Man, it just turned me off so bad. Rhyming was okay. I mean, yeah, like I think either one you said. They're not like super lyrical, but they're not no slouch at the same time.
That's Mike said that.
Oh, Mike said, my bad. Yeah, so but at that third listen, I was done. I tapped out after the third time listening to this. Cause kind of like you, I wanted to listen to it more. Cause I was like, well, I'm trying to get the hype or trying to see what people love about this group, but it just did not click with me at all. I feel bad because like nothing, I can't take away nothing positive about this album. It was just like something I didn't like at all. So
the beats either because you big on the production, so you didn't like the beat.
Production was pretty dope. You didn't think so?
Sometimes it messed up the beat and the transition of the beat, and it was just like it just threw me off. So yeah, I did not like this at all. I'm like, damn. Y'all being pretty, I ain't gonna say y'all being nice, but y'all I thought y'all was gonna dog it out just like me, and I'm like,
the only one that
really enjoyed it.
Liked it.
I don't know how the hell you enjoyed it, but yeah, I didn't find nothing enjoyable about this album.
You know what I thought they did though? Even though like I said it was kind of all over the place, in the songs, like they matched the energy and the vibes of the songs, right? So for me, that's why I was like, this isn't bad, because like something that's bad, it's like one thing or the other is way off. And to me, on the song, nothing was way off. As a collective, again, it was just all over the place musically. So I'm like, what? Like, how is this an album? You know what I'm saying?
They can still be energetic and everything sound good, but I just don't like it.
I feel you.
I just don't like it at all. Like, I'm just like, no. When I first listened to it, the first time I listened, like, my first spin, I was like, damn.
Let me ask you a question, or all y'all. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a rapper comparing himself to Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Like Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
That was the same song where
I didn't hear Black Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
They was like naming all like the movie stars.
Yeah.
Because I heard it lead in with nigga, and then I heard Tom Cruise and other
Well, see,
white
they switch
people.
up though. Like,
And I'm like, wait a minute, did he just? No.
Like I said, what I liked about this project is the fact that it was unique. It was different. It was creative. When I put some of these songs on,
and what made it unique and creative? I guess
it doesn't sound like anything else. Like a song like Tupac. Who sounds like that? Like the production, and then the way that they were just like doing these weird ass vocals, and then Kevin Abstract's super weird ass hook.
There's only like a minute and 20 seconds or some shit.
It's hella short. Like, that is creative to me. Fake, again, that was creative. The production was really cool, but I don't like the way they did the vocals. Milk, I thought was a cool track because they were talking about shit like, when you listen to it on the surface level, it just sounds corny. But when you really think about it, they're talking about, I just want somebody to be with, someone to hang with. It's basically, it sounds like some bullshit like emo stuff when you really kind of just gloss over it, but he's really singing about shit that everybody thinks at some point. Everybody's lonely, everybody wants someone to be with, and the fact that you got this guy that's singing about the fact that he misses his boyfriend. Yes, that shit is daring and it's creative to me, but do I personally want to put it on? No. Waste? I thought that song was incredible because it sounded like a fucking Frank Ocean song. It was an odd song to end the album on, but I thought that was like the best song on the whole project.
Yeah, I didn't think I thought I had to look at it and make sure my thing didn't stop.
Did go to another album?
Yeah, I'm like, what happened? Like,
yeah, that was a weird song to end it on, but just like he said, with bad music and music you just don't care for. I don't think this is bad music. I don't think this shit is whack. I'm trying to think of something I've heard lately that I just thought was just whack.
Big Sean.
But there's a Big Sean. Okay. There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah.
I can put on a Big Sean project and genuinely feel like I don't understand why any of y'all motherfuckers like this shit at all.
So you feel like this is better than Big Sean?
Yes. I think this is worlds better than Big Sean. I can listen to a Rick Ross project and be like, look, I think every single song on this Rick Ross, it's terrible. But I understand why he likes it. I understand why you might like it. I understand why you might like it. Because you put it in the car and it makes your fucking car rattle and be annoying. That's what is appealing, right?
No, it's more than that.
Well, that's one of the things. He has good beats and he sounds good over his beats, right?
Yeah.
That's not enough for me to enjoy Rick Ross. But I'm not gonna be like, man, Rick Ross makes shitty ass songs. No, he doesn't. I just don't like him. See.
Why you asking?
Give me one, B. Give me one.
You ain't like the intro?
Maybe Star. Maybe.
Star was where? That's in the middle, beginning. Third. Oh, okay.
Track. When they was like naming like all the like Hollywood stars and all that stuff. It was, I mean, it was the beat was cool. That was it. That's all I got. That's all I got, man. I'm sorry. That's all I got. I mean, you know, if I don't like it, I don't like it.
I liked Heat, Gold, Bank, Bump, and Face.
My favorite tracks, give me Heat, Gold, Star, Bump, and Face.
Yeah, Heat definitely. Gold I liked. Milk I thought was incredible. Waste I thought was incredible. So yeah, those are my favorite tracks. Oh, Bump was actually tight too.
Brockhampton, at first I didn't know it was a collective. I didn't do my research because I just wanted to talk about the music. I'm not gonna say what you can or can't do better. If this is what you guys feel like this is your lane, go ahead and dominate your lane.
Yeah, I like this project. I like what you guys are doing. I like coming into something new that I haven't heard before with no expectations, and really just being able to just sit here and listen and be surprised by what I hear on the other end. For me, I like the songs that you guys did. I like how creative it was. I think there's something interesting about the makeup of you guys as a group.
Like, I guess if y'all feel the same way about Pitchfork not reviewing music, y'all can say the same thing to me if y'all want to. I mean, I just don't like this. I didn't get nothing out of this at all. But obviously you have a huge fan base that loves what you're doing. So, I mean, why listen to me? Why listen to my opinion? Evidently, you got someone that likes it. You have two other opinions that said they found something creative out of this, but for me, it just didn't do anything for me. So. Sorry.
Brockhampton. Look, man, I would much rather people make music that I didn't personally care for, that was actually creative, than a bunch of derivative bullshit that I don't care for. So, in that respect, that may sound like a backhanded compliment, but I really don't mean it that way. I don't think this is a bad project, but personally, I don't see myself returning to this. But I think that what you guys are doing is extremely creative. I think it's very interesting. I think it's very different. And those are three things that I actually look for in rap projects. But it just so happens that the execution of this, the pitch shifting, the auto-tune, combined with the production, it didn't really mesh well for my ears. But don't change shit. I got enough music to listen to, and you guys do not need another fan. You have plenty. So keep making this shit, keep doing challenging music, and that's it, man.